Hey everybody. I haven't done a film in forever. I always say that, don't I? I just got thinking a little bit more about parental alienation, and this is directed to parents that are feeling that. And I've told lots of people that it's epidemic. It has to do with a lot of different factors, not just the person, the parents, the mom, the dad, the two dads, the two moms, whatever. So, or sometimes the grandmas or the aunties, whoever's taking care of the children. There's a lot of it going on, and the more I think about it, the more you have to stand back and take another look. Take another look at the whole situation. Because these are children, and I'm talking about the ones that don't want to see you, not the little ones that want to see you, but are being kept from seeing you for one reason or another, or someone is directing their lives so that they can't see you, be with you. And this goes for grandparents as well, or anyone who loved the little ones from birth, because we do fall in love with them when they're born. All children are adorable, all children. And that's why we're working real hard in the world now to save them all. Because 8 million go missing every year. This is my statistic. That's worldwide. But my research says that. How anyone could ever harm a child is beyond anything I could ever imagine in my entire life. It doesn't compute. So you have to stand back and say, psychopaths are born, sociopaths are made. And there's a certain amount of the sociopaths. A lot of them are in government, in high places. Many times they're lawyers, surgeons. I'm not desecrating someone's reputation. I'm just saying that there are psychopaths out there and sociopaths. But there are certain positions of power that attract them, and people should know this, that they are attracted to power. It just makes them feel better, gives them a lift, so to speak. So if your child has no empathy for you, doesn't care about your feelings, it doesn't even cross their mind. And if they do think of you, they wipe it off right away, or they take it out of their mind. They ignore it. But chances are it won't enter in. And if they are narcissists as well, they won't think of you much after you've raised them with all your heart and soul. Give them so much love and think about their every need, and sometimes anticipate their needs, which you probably shouldn't do. You should probably wait till they ask. I made some mistakes, and I haven't seen my daughter in probably 12 years or so, and I've had to adapt to that. I'm on my walk here, and it was a lot of adapting, but now things are going well, and we have a lot of turmoil in the world, of course, but for me things are going pretty well, and I hope to keep them that way. But when you think about that, you have to stand back and say, would I enjoy being in the presence of a child that I once cared for that is very different now? I may not know what she's like, what her personality's like, but that has no concern whatsoever for the person that raised them, with lots of love and caring, and just a huge investment, and sometimes a lot of sacrifice, which is what we do. We want to do that. We love to do that for our little one. I have one daughter. And would you really want to be with that person? The person that has no concern whatsoever for what your feelings are, for what you're going through. It's all about what they're going through. I've heard a couple of moms say, she came back to me, but it was hard. I kind of wish she hadn't because she just unloaded all kinds of stuff all the time, and I just couldn't cope. She was really, really troubled. But that's because they didn't have a mom for a long time for guidance. This guidance is important. I'm not nagging, but some advice now and then. You're the parent. Sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you say yes, but especially the ones that don't like it when you say no. But that's their issue. And if they weren't raised in a religion that respects parents, which of course Christianity, as you know, it's one of the 10 Commandments. But ask yourself if you really would enjoy being in their presence. And I think you would say no. Now that's pretty harsh, isn't it? That you miss them. You miss who they were. You miss the beauty of their amazing spirit when they were little. And all the joy they brought you and brought into the world. But now, they don't give a fig what you're feeling or how you're doing. And, you know, we all go through the aging thing, and some faster than others, depending on your health. But they don't have a care. And maybe they resent the fact that you brought them into the world. It was your fault. It's kind of a lumpy trail here. They resent the fact that you even brought them into the world. They may say things like, well, I didn't ask to be born. Things like that. And yet they're enjoying joy now and then. I'm sure they have more joy than they'll even tell you. But they won't attribute it to you or to how you brought them up or what you helped them believe in, love and treasure, and getting you in the right direction or getting them in the right direction through you. Because that's all you ever wanted. Because parents never set out to harm their children. They never set out to do that. Unless they are one of those other personalities I just talked about. But you've unfortunately raised a sociopath. Because sociopaths have no empathy. And you can analyze that. That would take a long time, but I'm happy as things are, and I'm an activist for making things better in the world. I'm still a teacher and a performer and a director and all the things that I wanted to be as a girl. Good health. But would I want to be in the presence of someone who looks at you, you know, with that sinister look of hate or whatever, and really it's like twisting their arm if you ever wanted to see them again. So I send cards and I write notes and send them, and I even leave phone messages, which of course are probably immediately erased. I don't know. And I'll never know what I did. And a lot of parents will never know what they did till their dying day. But do you really want to be around somebody who does that, who has that behavior towards you? And I think you'd usually say no. We care about our young'uns, we care about our children, we love them always, we're there for them, we'll help them in a pinch. At least I would help her if she needed it. And I would offer advice if she asked. But you got to look at this in a whole different way now. Now, I do feel for the parents that where children are being kept from them through CPS or judicial or some other corrupt agency, of which we have that's another epidemic that we're trying to fix. If we get rid of the bar, I think we'll be a lot better off and go back to common law, which we're working on. So, all in all, you just have to ask yourself these important questions and just follow your bliss, follow your heart as you can. Have the strength to do that, because it will take some mental strength coming up. And if there is a catastrophic event in America, if you're living there, you will, they may run to you. They may say, oh, Mama, I'm so sorry. Can you put me up? Or, my apartment just was leveled or from one thing or another. I don't know, there's earthquakes in Turkey and all this. And HARP is still in business, I think, which it shouldn't be. So, you take them in a minute. But you don't want to grieve for a long, long time. You don't want to wallow and cry. I think there's a wonderful lady, Sherry, forgot her name, but she has a book out called Done with the Crying. Done with the Crying, and that's her book about alienated children. But I didn't cry a whole lot. I cried some. But then at some point you go, I got to drink more water because my tears are just filling up the tub here. You have to be logical and practical and rational and do what's right for you, because you care about you. They may not, for some strange reason you don't know, but you care about you, so you want to help yourself. So that's my little offering today on a film that I just put on my little camera. I hope it's not too jiggly here on my little phone. But just think, would you really want to be with that person if you happen to stumble upon them in a store or out in the world, or if somebody said, oh, look over there, there's your child. Oh, well, approach carefully. So you've got to have a sense of humor about it. The past is in the past, the future is yet to be, the present is here and now. That's what we have. We have the present, and it's getting dark. So just wanted to share that with you all. So follow your bliss and follow your heart and do what you love. And don't dwell on that. Because you have to stand back and really look at it. Probably from a Stoic point of view. That's a little bit Stoic. But the Stoics, they didn't get emotional. And they used a lot of intellect, which I guess I'm using right now, rather than emotion. All right, it's getting dark. Take care from Connie.